Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yes.
Yes, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dandavat pranam.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Prabhu Mataji. Thank you very much for joining. So let us start. जगन्नाथ बलेश्वर माई की जय, नृसिंह भगवान की जय, पंच तत्व की जय, गुरु परंपरा की जय, श्री गोस्वामी की जय, श्री प्रभुपाद की गुरुदेव टैगोर हरि बोल। ओम ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपरिष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंदा। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So today we'll be discussing from 9th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, verse number 32. So let us start. Mam hi partha vipashritya ye api syu papayonayah striyo vaishyas tatha shudras te api yanti param gatim. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. O son of Putra, those who take shelter in me, though they be of lower birth, women, Vaishyas, merchants, and Shudras workers, can attain the supreme destination. Jai Shri Prabhupada ki jai. So let's see what we can understand from this verse. See, when we take up any service in the material world, we require so many qualifications. So no one will employ a dull person, correct? So, but here, Krishna is so kind that he does not ask for any educational qualifications or scholarly knowledge to come to devotional service, to bhakti. Because he is Bhavagrahi Janardana. He just accepts our loving attitude and eagerness to serve him. If living entity simply surrenders to him and abides by his words, then Krishna will reveal himself to that person. That's what he says in 9.32, right? O son of Pratha, those who take shelter in me, though they be of lower birth, they can attain the supreme destination. See, many years ago, there lived a very nice devotee called Puntanam in Guruvayur, Kerala. He was not well versed in Sanskrit, and so his Sanskrit pronunciations were not up to the mark. But still, for the pleasure of the Lord, he used to recite prayers in front of Guruvayurappan. That is the Krishna deity in Guruvayur. See, once when he was wrongly reciting Padmanabha Maraprabhu instead of Padmanabha Amaraprabhu. So in Malayalam, Maraprabhu means Lord of trees. And in Sanskrit, Amaraprabhu means Lord of immortals. Now, hearing him recite very wrongly, the other priests who were well versed in Sanskrit, they made fun of him and scolded him. Immediately, there was a celestial voice from the inner shrine. It said, I am Maraprabhu. Now, Lord also told them that henceforth, whenever they recite, they should address him as Maraprabhu. See, so we can see how Krishna did not mind his ignorance, but just accepted Pundanam's innocence, his innocent devotional mood, and supported him personally when he was criticized by others for his ignorance. See, another good pastime is Sant Sakubai. She was a great devotee of Lord Vittala. Her parents were great devotees of Lord and lived in a village near Pandharpur. Initially, they were childless. Now, pleased with their devotion, Lord Vittala appeared in their dream and said they would soon be blessed with a beautiful girl child. So they named the child as Sakubai. Now, right from childhood, Sakubai was always absorbed in singing bhajans glorifying Lord Vittala. She was always longing to marry Lord Vittala, but by providential arrangement, she had to marry the groom chosen by her parents. Her husband and mother-in-law, they could never appreciate the loving devotion which she had for the Lord and always ill-treated her. But she served them with love and respect. She was always burdened with a lot of household chores. So, but in spite of all this, while milking the cow, cleaning the house, cooking, and mopping, she would always be thinking and chanting about Vittala. That's why in Bhagavatam, 10th canto, 46th chapter, 46th verse, there's a nice description of how gopis did the household work. See, all the ladies of Braja, they loudly sang the glories of the lotus-eyed Krishna. Their songs blended with the sound of the churning, ascended to the sky, and dissipated all inauspiciousness in every direction. So, in the life of Sakubai, also we can see how Lord was very pleased with her simple, loving devotion. See, once Sakubai heard a group of devotees chanting Lord Vittala's names. When she approached them, she came to know that they were on the way to Pandharpur to have the darshan of Lord Vittala on the auspicious day of Ashad Ekadashi. So her eagerness to have darshan Lord increased, though. So she asked them if she could also join them. The devotee said if she could get permission from their family, then she could come. See, both her husband and mother-in-law refused to give permission. So they tied her to a pillar so that she could not leave. So bearing all this from slaps from her family, she prayed very fervently to Lord Vittala, expressing her desire to see him. At night, Lord Vittala appeared in her form, in the same Sakubai form she let Lord Vittala appear, and told Sakubai that she can leave for the yatra and that he would take care of everything at home. Now Sakubai happily left the house and went to Pandharpur. So as she walked all the way to Pandharpur, she was singing and dancing and remembering the Lord. So on the auspicious day of Ashad Ekadashi, she entered the sanctum sanctorum, drank the nectar of Lord's darshan through her eyes and touched the Lord's lotus feet. So singing his glories, she left her body and attained the eternal association of Lord in Golok. Meanwhile, at her home, Lord Vittala was personally doing all the household work of Sakubai in such a nice manner that both her husband and mother-in-law could not realize her absence. So when the devotees from Pandharpur came to her home to disclose the sad news of the departure of Sakubai on a Ashad Ekadashi in Pandharpur, her husband and mother-in-law could not believe. As they were saying, Sakubai is all the time with them. So at this point, Lord Vittala, who was serving in the form of Sakubai, disappeared from their vision. And then everyone gathered realized that it was none other than Lord Vittala's loving reciprocation to Sakubai's devotion. So life of Sakubai shows us that one may be born as a woman, or in a poor family, or be in a family which is very unfavorable to do devotional service, or may have inimical people as one's relatives. But nothing can be an impediment to do bhakti. When one does his or prescribed duties sincerely and surrenders to the Lord, Krishna reciprocates in an inconceivable manner. See, Harinam, it can deliver even the most sinful persons. See, Narottam Das Thakur, in one of his wonderful bhajan kirtans, he says, Harinam Sankirtan is imported directly from Goloka Vrindavan. Goloka Prema Harinam Sankirtana. Here he says, who imported this Harinam from Goloka? He says, Brajendra Nandan. That is Krishna. Krishna, who is the son of King of Vraja. And he has now appeared as the son of Sachi Mata, and Lord Balram has appeared as Nityananda. And both of them are delivering all kinds of fallen souls. See, the fallen souls may be the topmost drunkards or woman hunters, but still they were given the holy name and delivered by Lord Chaitanya and Nityananda. Narottama Thakura, he cites the example of Jagai and Madai, who were born in a Brahmana family, but were meat eaters, drunkards, woman hunters, rogues, thieves. So Jagai and Madai, they chanted the name of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu by way of blasphemy. But because they simply chanted his name, they immediately became free from the reactions of sinful activities. See, Lord Chaitanya and Nityananda Prabhu reclaimed all conditioned souls and sinful souls also, simply by distributing the transcendental chanting process. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. So in this way, Narottama Das Thakur explains that in this age, although the people are sinful as Jagai and Madai, but if they take to this Krishna conscious movement and chant Hare Krishna, they will be delivered undoubtedly. So Prabhupada tells this, that this is the blessing of Lord Chaitanya. So Harinam, it can destroy all our sins, even if committed in this lifetime or any previous lifetimes. See, Harinam can be compared to lighting a lamp in a cave, which is either dark since 1 year or dark since thousands of years. See, both the caves will get rid of the darkness, irrespective of the age of darkness of the cave. See, one cannot take advantage of this point and commit sins. That's another point. So it will be just like elephant taking bath and then showering itself with mud immediately. Then what's the point of chanting and again doing the same thing? So it is an offense to the holy name to commit sinful activities on the strength of the holy name. So from this Sakubai and Pundanam and Jagai and Madai, all these examples, we can see that just by surrendering to the Lord and just by chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, everything can become auspicious and you can go back home, back to Godhead. So there is no qualification for bhakti. So we stop here. Thank you very much for Mataji. Hare Krishna, Granthara Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai. Shri Prabhupada ki jai. Gurudev Shindai Go. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Mataji.
Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Dandavad
Hare
Pranam.
Krishna, Hare Krishna. Thank you
Hare
very much,
Krishna.
Mataji.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Prabhuji.
Prabhuji. Thank you very much.
Hare
Thank
Krishna,
you.
Prabhuji.
Hare
Hare